Well, it's 6 o'clock on Sunday morning. I don't really want to point the camera too far at the sun, but you see the sun is coming up nice and bright there. It's going to get a bit misty in a minute, but I'm up. I would say the west end of the promenade, but the coastline of Eastbourne faces east, so it's the southwest end. Within 5 minutes of leaving home, I'd encountered 6 cars and 5 people. Somebody else getting ahead of a car in front of me, ready to go for a walk. Unbelievable. The amount of people I pass, walking dogs, cyclists. And it's only just on 6 o'clock. I thought I would bring you down to this end of the seafront. Because this is how people like to think of Eastbourne. Via the seaside. Meads here, way down below, 2 people jogging already. Look at that. You see them going past that hut below. Meads was one of the original settlements that banded together to form Eastbourne. This area is still owned by the Davis Gilbert family. Looks like the tide's coming in. Long way down those steps, but I want to go back up. Here you can see quite clearly where the cliffs would have once been. See that ridge with the water coming over it. Try and zoom in a bit for you. There, look, green sand This is what we call Holywell. Somebody walking a bike already. And I thought I would be up here and I wouldn't see anybody. Right. Where I've just zoomed into many years ago around there was a little fishing settlement, and that was the original Holywell. Lasted until almost the 1900s, and I believe that is where the original Hollowbone family lived, which is quite a common name around these parts. I'm just walking down this little path now. There used to be a little pointy bit at the edge of the cliffs there. We called that Pinnacle Point. Gone now. I wanted to go this way. Gets a bit steep up here. Don't know how close I can get to them. But ah, yes. Whew. There we go. As the sign says, welcome to the Italian Gardens. This little hidden gem. Unfortunately, it looks more than a little vandalised these days. This was a chalk quarry, chalk and flint quarry until the late 1800s, and then around about 1904, 1905 the council thought they'd beautify it a little bit, and so here we have the Italian Gardens. I'm not going to climb all the way up there, but you see there is a walkway around the top of it. Damn heart failure takes my breath away quite quickly these days, but yeah. Can you imagine sitting up there on a throne and getting crowned King of Italy? Spaghetti all over the place. We're walking towards the sun now. Not sure if that's very good for the camera, but it feels nice. There we are. Just above that walkway is what's known as the Helen Gardens. I might go up there in a minute. When I first came to college here, we all had free periods on a Friday afternoon, so we'd come over there and play miniature golf, and then there's a bowls green next to it by the sea. What's not to love? Morning. Lovely morning.
Yeah.
When I worked on our little Dotto land train, oh, blimey, 13 years ago now, this was the far end terminus, and this is where we used to go, and Keith, the man that owned it, made the most terrific cheese scones. We had free tea and coffee, and at the end of the day, if you got any cakes or anything left, we would be allowed to have them. Well, this is Holywell and the beach. Slight problem with the memory card there for a minute, but sorted. There we go, look, memory from the past. Dotto train stop. Oops, a bit quick there. We'll take a walk back. I'm walking into the sun, but remember, this is 6:10 in the morning. People out there walking their dogs. You see these posh, very posh beach huts here. If you get hold of one of these, you'd be lucky. There used to be a plaque on one. It's, in 1935, King George and Queen Mary stayed in one of these huts. I'm not sure which one it was. You can see they're very, very grand. Very grand. And don't know whether the system's changed, but it always used to be on a Devonshire, and once you put your name down on a list and you've got one, it's basically yours for life, or until you let go of the tenancy. You'd probably pay something like 5 or 6 grand a year for one of these at least, I should think. But as you can see, when people are allowed back out again on a summer's day, that could be a very nice proposition. I can hear the noise of a motor, but I can't see anything. I wish I could remember which one of these beach huts it was where the royal family stayed. That was back in 1935. My memory's not so good of those times. Here's a nice little extra touch, look there, and now there's people coming along. That engine is obviously a little vessel of some kind, but I've no idea what it is. Somebody's written a message in the no proof of safe, it says. Not quite sure what that means, but oh well. Anyway, you see people coming by me. The chap on the beach, very noble of him, clearing up all the bits and pieces. There they I'll have a final zoom in before I head back up to the top. There you can see clearly where the cliffs have fallen over the years. And that's it. I'll end my walk here today because 20 past 6 in the morning and it's starting to get too busy by far. So let's work our way back up the steps. Trouble is, I think way out there might be some egrets, but don't know whether I can zoom in close enough to see them clearly. Come back along this way. The trouble is when you're zooming and looking for something, they're very hard to spot out there, right out on the far edges. So they are. And there's that lot. Alright. Aha. Another. Have we found where they might be? So difficult. When you haven't got an old-fashioned viewfinder. Anyway, when I get home I'll probably find them amongst that lot. In any case, you had a closer look at the kind of lower green sand rocks that are out there. Did I say the tide was coming in? Got it wrong, it's going out. Lovely. Hawthorn and black thorns. That's a long way up. Just get my breath back. Closer look at some of this lovely blossom here. How about that? Isn't that lovely? Morning. Lovely morning. Yes, it is. Excuse me. This building opposite is a new building. Oh boy. Yeah, it's getting busy up here. The buildings over there have been built on the grounds of the All Saints Hospital that was built in 1868 by the nuns from London. They built it as a kind of a convalescent home by the sea, being as they were all nurses. I'm going to zoom in through the middle and hopefully you'll be able to see that in amongst all of this they have preserved the lovely old chapel. You can see it there. That's the only survivor from the original 1868 building now. The NHS had it as a, probably, although they never said it was, a kind of a hospice. Because we used to say, if you go into All Saints, you're never coming out again. And I'll just zoom up the road because you see those white buildings at the foot of the cliffs there. I think get away from that sign there. Where are we looking? There. There, the building's part of St Bede's School, big private school around here. And then we look up, and that's where you start walking up to Beachy Head. And that, I think, is where I'll end my walk this morning, except to say that that big tower you see in front of you there, the skyscraper, that South Cliff Tower, that always been considered an eyesore. It was built back in 1964 on the casting vote of the then mayor, and locals know it as Katie Underhay's Folly. Her husband just happened to, as I understand it, own the company that was allowed to build it. So you can see where the controversy